Slice and dice!
So, let's talk about the inspiration behind the sound design of Gunkatana. First off, I really wanted the game to kind of sound and feel like those old cartoons from the 80s and 90s, like Turtles or anime like Trigun, kind of combined with more modern stuff like
Kill Bill,
Afro Samurai, and games like Samurai Gun. Oh, that's a good one, great swordplay there. So, as the swords are kind of the most prominent sound you'll be hearing in the game, we really wanted to emphasize on making them feel like as juicy and heavy or smooth as possible. We kind of wanted to make this video to show you pretty much how we made them, yeah. So, let's go and check it out.
Okay, so we have 4 different characters with 4 different kind of katanas. The difference has to be big enough so you always know where your player is. I use different kind of metals and different metal combinations to create the difference, but I also use a different kind of modulation for the ringing tone. I did all the recordings for this game with my old trusty MK860, right? And all the metal sounds I actually drove through this tape machine. I didn't use the tape at all, I just used the preamp to distort it, so you can hear the difference here. Let's put the clean one first. I mean, it's already pretty good, but when you add the distortion and a little bit of maximizer, of course, it sounds like this. Gloves are essential for action sounds, so I use this one for the light ones and this one for the heavy ones. Okay, so first off, here's the metal sounds. Okay, and now we're gonna play you the gloves. And now here's both together. And all we're missing anymore are the whooshes.
As Niilo mentioned earlier, we are missing whooshes, and that's what I'm doing right now. So I have different kinds of objects over here. I have cables, I have pipes, I have plastic whatever thingies, umbrella, handles and whatnot. So I'm gonna record a bunch of them and let's see what happens.
So I got the whoos that Joonas recorded earlier and I've added them to the attacks to add a little bit of extra motion. Whoos are another good way to separate the characters from each other. Let's take a listen to that. Okay, so here's the attack without the whooshes. Here's the whooshes alone. And here are both of them together. Yeah.
For blood and gore, we used mainly fruit and vegetables. Here's a clip from last summer. We recorded some melons and whatnot. So for exploding bodies for Gunkatana, we wanted something really over the top. So we used some recordings from a few years ago, us kicking water and jumping into the lake and whatnot in Kiuruvesi, Middle Finland. And then I recorded some additional vocals to give like cool ass blood sprays and whatnot. So let's demo some of those. Alright, here I have the blood sounds that Niilo made out of the fruit and vegetable session earlier on. I'm gonna pop the vocals in that I made earlier on to show kind of how I can add a bit more punch and a bit more attack to the sounds. So let's check it out. Okay, so here are the blood sounds without the vocals and with the vocals. Oh, Gunkatana! Oh, I didn't see you there. In the heat of battle, things can get pretty intense. So we kind of wanted to highlight the depth of different characters in the game with this kind of weird creep-ass announcer. Kind of pseudo, samurai, whatever-esque. It's just kind of like shouting at you from like rooftops or whatever. So let's have a look at that crazy fucker. 3, 2, 1, kill! Slice and dice! Rail kill! Oh, selfie kill! Oh! Right, now that we have a voice for the announcer, it's time to affect it just a little bit, you know, add reverb and whatnot. So, I wanted to keep the announcer in the foreground, as opposed to the players running around the battlefield. So I made the announcer stereo. So let's have a quick look at the effects that I used for the announcer. Slice and dice! Alright, so effects-wise, I used a really aggressive compressor and a really tight maximizer to make the vocal really in your face. But it's a bit too dry right now, it doesn't really sound like someone shouting from a rooftop, so I added some reverb. As you can see... Slice and dice! And here I have the dry signal coming out first, and then there's a slight delay when the reverb kicks in, so it kind of gives you both the clarity of the dry signal and the nice lush feeling of the reverb. So let's have a last spin of it. Slice and dice! Wow. So we wanted to add something moody to the kills, and what else is as moody as a recorder? Cool-blooded! Christ, devil free! Christ, bloodbath! Christ, master of death! Oh!